Hey, Karina here, Member Success Manager for trueU, and we have with us today Thought Partner Gerald Bush with GBKB Consulting. And Gerald, we've got a few questions for you. And the first one being, tell us about your business and why you choose to partner with trueU.
Yeah, GBKB Consulting is an HR consulting firm, and we really focus on executive coaching, leadership development, culture, change management, and I do keynotes. So I think for me, one of the pieces is, how do we build cultures that are sustainable? How do we build cultures where organizations can grow and create a space for their people to be successful? And so I think for me, when I started the journey over 7 years ago, I was really looking for strategic partners to say, how do I do the work I do and do it well? And as I went through the journey, I met Amber in a previous life, and she and I was working on some other things together. So as trueU started to come into existence, she was like, hey, I think this would be a really good fit. And as we talked, I was like, well, culture is what I do, and trueU does culture, so I'm like, strategic fit. And I think what I've learned is, as I've done the work on culture and partnered with trueU, the organizations and the people that I want to get connected to are here. But more importantly, the work that trueU is doing truly aligns with the work I'm doing and the work that I'm passionate about. So it creates this space that I can do work well, and I'm really focused on how do I do work well. And when there's an organization that's already doing it, and I can just kind of slide in and add value, it just creates a space for ultimate success.
I love that value of alignment.
Yeah, absolutely.
So question 2, what's one thing you can share with our members that they can implement right away to impact their professional or personal growth?
Yeah, so I started last year on this small act kick, and that's been one of these things that's propelled me, right? And as we think about change and culture, often organizations is really trying to go fast, go quick, and get a lot of things done. And for me, as I've gone on this journey this year, it's really about change needs to happen, culture needs to evolve, but we can't create everything in a day or a week or a month. So the conversation is, how do we take small acts? How do we make incremental change? So my advice would be, instead of trying to move the mountain, let's start to take some steps. And if we can start to take some steps and get everybody aligned, the further we go up the mountain, the more people are aligned, the easier it is to go, right? Because if we're not aligned, then some people are going to go left, some people are going to go right, and when we get to the mountain, the team is not aligned. But when we're taking incremental steps and people are aligned as we go, when we get to the top, or we get to the end, or we get to the place where we want to go, we can look back and say, yep, the team is all here, everyone got here, and we got here in a way that was engaging, we got here in a way that was going to build the foundations and the culture that we need to sustain. But more importantly, we got here with the entire team versus looking back down the hill and realizing half the people on the journey are not there. And I think for me, it's how do we make those small incremental changes to do it? So an example would be, instead of trying to say that we're going to do $1 billion in this year, what does January look like? What does February look like? And how does those things connect to the big picture? Because as a leader or as an operator or as a frontline person who's working, if I can see what I do and how it connects to the long-term picture, then that creates the space for me to want to do more. But when you tell me $1 million, I'm like, that's unreasonable. But when you tell me, hey, we're going to do $100,000 in the month of January, and each department is going to do X, it's broken into smaller pieces, it's broken into smaller parts. So now I can start to connect that to the bigger picture.
Right, I totally get that. And our third question, what is one thing you want our members to take away from your spotlight today?
I think for me, it's really about how do we create the space to partner well, right? And I think my value in being a part of trueU is that we're focused on the same thing. And so I would challenge you to think from this perspective. If you're engaged with trueU, how do you get more of your people to show up, get engaged, get involved? If you're not engaged with trueU, how do you get engaged and involved? Because I think the value is that, one, you have the community of other organizations that you can partner with, but more importantly, you also have a group of consultants that you can come in and partner with. So you get the things you need from the other people who are doing the work you're doing, but you also get the lens from the other consultants who are coming in, who are doing the work and thinking differently. So I think when you get partners who's doing what you're doing, but also get the lens of other consultants that you can partner with, that are already trusted partners that are already been evaluated by the trueU community. It just creates a space to do work well together. So that's what I love.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Gerald. And for more information on Gerald's services, you can visit our partner page.